finally
Tell them what week it is.
It's week 9 of The Bachelor, and it's Women Tell All, but it opens at a rose ceremony. Take it away, Sarah.
It does. We start off with the rose ceremony. But before the rose ceremony, can I just say, Hannah Ann is putting on lip
Why
gloss.
don't you just tell it?
And it's
Don't
not
be
even
nervous.
it's not even a good joke anymore. I was just gonna say that she looks like she's putting on lip smackers.
Oh, I don't know. Is that a joke?
Which is something that a 12-year-old would put on.
Is that something you could get at the Limited too?
Yes.
Where we met?
We didn't meet at the Limited.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Okay. We met at the Limited too.
It doesn't matter. I was gonna have this hilarious bit about Hannah Ann putting on lip smackers because she's 12. It's just not even a funny joke, and I'm cranky and I'm tired and I want to go to bed. But Madison does show up, and she is wearing super cool earrings. They're bees, and they're like awesome. And we weren't sure if Maddie was even gonna show up to the rose ceremony, so the fact that she showed up in diamond bees was super cool. They all look freezing cold the whole time. Peter's crying at the rose ceremony, and he says that they all have a piece of his heart. The roses go to Hannah Ann and Maddie.
Meaning Victoria F was left without a rose.
Victoria F's reaction to not getting the rose is just her repeating over and over again, "It is what it is."
Yep. Wisdom. The wisdom of Victoria F.
But I do have to say, I always really like watching how girls cry because I'm always trying to figure out the best way to
This is the hottest way to cry.
clear my tears. Yeah, this would. No, she does this. She like goes in like this. Like
Sometimes she goes the inside, sometimes she goes
she
the
goes
outside.
like this. When I cry so hard. So I just go like this, like this. And then I use the tears to fluffen up my mascara. You have to use your tears to get full lashes.
And I only cry in the shower, so I don't know where my tears go.
That episode ends. We're at Women Tell All. I always like to see who's gonna clap the loudest, when all the girls are announced. And no one really got that big of claps this time.
If anyone got a noticeable rise in decibel levels, it was Kelsey.
Yes, sir?
Can I just make something up right now?
Yeah.
I wonder if producers do that little clap test to pick their next bachelorette. Because this was filmed 7 days ago and nobody big clapped, so that confirmed it. Kelsey was definitely in the running, but they were like, that was kind of mild. Let's call Claire.
Interesting take, Andy.
I just made that up, and now that's fact, and that is how it works.
That is fact. First up, we have Victoria P. and Alea. We discussed their feud at the Women Tell All. And at first, things seem to be going kind of okay because Alea talks about how she's just as obnoxious as she was on the show in real life. And they just end up having a civil discussion.
Other outside. If I failed at that, I should have finish my
What was malicious is Sydney going to Peter.
Well, it wasn't malicious, Alexa, because we were having a conversation.
Sydney, you
so then he
told
asked
Peter you
me
were
a
bullied.
question. I'm
You
sorry,
told
yes,
him
that
you
gave her
were
some.
bullied.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. That's not okay. You can literally
Ladies.
Next up, they discuss Champagne Gate. And again, Kelsey totally owns it.
Yeah, Kelsey owned it. She said, yeah, I never admitted I was sober, which is a weird way of wording that.
Next up is the feud between Tammy and Mckenna. So just to remind our viewers here, they were on the 2-on-1. They were battling it out because Tammy felt that McKenna wasn't ready for love, blah, blah, blah. First of all, a lot of the girls there tonight did talk about McKenna, saying, "You're literally a meme, McKenna." So clearly a lot of people do have the same views of McKenna that Tammy has, but we didn't get to dive into that. McKenna cries and says, "You taught me how I don't want to treat people." And then Tammy says,
How long did you rehearse this?
"Tammy, you bad bitch. You bad girl." So 2 girls do go to the hot seat. One of them is Kelsey. Ashley I comes out and tells her, "Thank you for representing the emotional girls."
Ashley I takes a swipe at Tammy. She basically said, you need to ignore the emotional shamers. And then the camera cut to Tammy's face. Because every time someone shares an emotion, Tammy makes a cartoon face.
And she gives her a giant bottle of champagne. So that was cute. McKenna does a hand motion. She says, what is it? "How dare you?"
How dare you?
And it's like, is that a gang symbol? Hold on before I do that again.
No, I don't think it is. And if it is, I don't think she knows it.
Well, whatever it was, is this a gun?
She had attitude.
Then, before we get to the next hot seat, they showed us a clip of "Listen to Your Heart."
And let me just tell you right now, we will not be recapping that show.
But we will watch it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna watch it, but we're gonna enjoy it. We're gonna
love it.
We're gonna be able to come home on Mondays and just put on PJs like we used to.
Yes.
Like in this clip. And we're gonna just relax.
Yeah. We want to give you a sneak peek of what to expect.
Oh no, we are not in the mood to do that.
So go get your guitar and let's sing Hey There, Delilah.
Do you know the guy? Can I tell y'all a little fact? The guy that wrote that song, he met Delilah at a party one time. They talked for 5 minutes. He barely really knew her. He just liked the name. So he writes this love song. So you think there's this like love, this like long distance thing going on. He doesn't even know her.
Well, that's like...
He ended up meeting her a year after the song became famous.
Okay, Taylor Swift's Enchanted is... They just met for like 5 minutes.
But that
it's about being enchanted.
Right, that song is about being enchanted. This one's about a long distance relationship that never happened.
Which song do you want me to sing for our viewers?
I want you to sing...
I never peep the ground.
You should go on that show. You should go on that show. 2 reasons. You have a great voice and you're about to be single. All right. Next in the hot seat, Victoria F.
Okay, here's what I thought. When Victoria F is in the hot seat and they're staring at her little montage video, now Victoria F cries. She didn't cry whenever she didn't get the rose.
She could be like me where I don't recognize emotion in myself, but I do when I don't see myself back being emotional, but when I see movies and stuff. That's how she is. She was watching a movie and it was a sad movie.
Okay, well, Victoria F did a great job in the hot seat. I'll give it to her.
Oh yeah, Chris Harrison even commented on that.
Yeah, she did great. She spoke well, all that good stuff. She even said, wow, he put up with a lot.
She seemed very self-aware. She's either a sociopath and she's acting and these are lines she knew she needed to say, or she really grew from seeing herself back. That might have been what she needed to see. Yeah. And a quote that I would like to quote myself on, and you guys can use this, it's easy to call a girl crazy when she's not your girl. And so everybody calls her crazy, but then we got to see tonight what Peter probably saw, which is the lovable side of her. Like everyone's girlfriend or wife is crazy, but when you love that person,
you see a different side.
Everyone else is like, Sarah's crazy. And I'm like, no, she's great when you get to know her. You know?
I don't think anyone thinks that about me.
Yeah. No, you're not. You're sane.
Chris Harrison straight up asks Victoria, have you broken up marriages? And she said no.
She said absolutely not.
She said absolutely not. And then next up, Peter joins the show and Peter sits in the hot seat. Peter sits with Victoria F and Victoria F does a great job of apologizing to him and saying thank you to him, and that was great. I love that Peter said love is patient. I thought that was really sweet because she did say you were very patient with me, and he said love is patient. Do you understand that?
Love is patient, love is kind.
Love is patient.
No, I understand that.
So if I want to order something and eat it on the drive home,
that's not love, because that's not patience.
Well, okay, but you can be patient with me. It's not about me being patient to eat my food when I get home. Right. It's about you being patient with me.
Listen, people love when we get real and raw, right?
Okay.
Okay. We're white trash, and we didn't have time to make dinner tonight, and the show was about to start, so we're like, let's run to McDonald's.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's the closest place to our house. Not our favorite place, okay? Chill out. Anyway.
What are you going to share?
Go to the drive-thru. Order $27 worth of fast food. Give them the card. Declined. So I'm like, oh, there must be some sort of an issue.
They were on my card.
Give her the second card. Declined. And so I was like, check your machine. Your machine's broken. He goes, go to the next window and try that one. So go to the next window. Declined. 3 cards declined. So at this point, I'm like, something's wrong with McDonald's. Their system is down. So we pull into the first parking spot, and I go inside to the order yourself board, and I order the same $27.30 meal. And
they just keep making it.
And they keep making it and setting it out and then throwing it away. All our cards got declined again. Everyone else in the restaurant was not having an issue, so it was our cards. This is how trashy we are. We went all the way back home and grabbed my wallet because I didn't have it on me. And went back, and we used a different card, but same bank account, and it worked. So I think she put her cards on magnets or something.
I didn't just stick my card on magnets.
That experience, it brought back memories of like, It used to be 1 out of every 2 attempts to buy fast food got declined when I was in my early 20s. So I was like, this again. But we're stronger from it.
Okay, so then we get the bloopers. I always love bloopers. They're just fun.
After the bloopers, a surprise guest comes out. It's Rachel Lindsay, a former bachelorette here from Dallas.
She comes on the show to discuss something very uncomfortable but important, online harassment. It was very emotional. She shared messages that the girls from this season have received, and they're evil. I have to be honest with you. At first, when she said online harassment, I thought...
I was like, oh, there goes our show.
I know. I was like, oh my God, are we harassing them? Are we really being that mean? I thought we were being like silly, haha.
Yeah, this is goofy commentary.
I was so scared. But then I was reading all the messages and oh my gosh, the things that are being said to the contestants on this season and previous seasons are so rude. It's
They're
insane.
just hateful.
I can't believe how mean people are, like truly mean. Like telling people to go kill themselves and making fun of their skin color and all kinds of stuff. And it's just insane.
I couldn't believe it. Oh, I can believe it because I'm in several Bachelor Facebook groups. And
I don't ever see any of that.
the women in there are so venomous.
It's insane. It's very sad. That's also why I'm really excited to have Claire Crawley be the next Bachelorette, because hopefully that's going to be a different age. Although I have to see, some of the girls who are really mean online are just old women.
Older women. That's what I mean. I'm in these Bachelorette Facebook
Yeah.
groups. In fact, I will post this video to one of them. So ladies, I'm talking to y'all. And they're just the most... I don't know what else they do. They just sit on the internet and say like horrible things about young women. So thank you, Rachel, for coming out and speaking on that, because if you didn't, I was going to. Like,
Wow.
I'm fed up.
I'm sure that people would have loved to hear from you.
Yeah.
From you, Andy
the
Holden,
stuff I've...
700 followers.
705 or 6, depending on...
What day it is.
It seems to kind of... I don't know who keeps joining and leaving, but... Stop. No, I was going to talk about that. I know what it's like to be harassed online because somebody keeps on following me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the same exact thing these girls are going through.
It's the same level, if not worse, because it keeps happening.
Because sometimes you're at 704 and sometimes you're at 702.
Here's what it is. Follower count stable. Post something, lose followers every time. Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, we follow an account called Bachelor Data.
I call it data. Do you call it data?
Well, that's what's Bachelor Data or Bachelor Data.
Data.
On Instagram. If you're like me, that's my favorite thing to look at of all the Bachelor things I follow.
It's very cool.
He or she will track things like very minute details. Bachelor Data, if you're receiving this transmission, go back and watch all of our episodes, please and thank you. And then make some cool graphs like Andy said this many words. Sarah said this many words.
What a waste of her
It'll take some
time.
time, but I don't mind. You don't mind?
I don't mind.
Thanks in advance, and I cannot wait to see what you come up with.
Bachelor Data, please don't do that. Instead, what I want you to do is I want you to track Andy's followers over the next couple of weeks. I want like a little graph. I want to see the 706, 704, 702, 704, 702. I want to see that.
Yeah. I want to find out who's doing it. And I'm going to kill them. Anyway, again, thanks Rachel Lindsay. Took a lot of courage.
Stay hard and keep jamming.